They planned to prosecute me back in the 80s. I was one day away from being indicted by a grand jury in Dallas, and it didn't work. And then, listen a minute, Doug. And then when that didn't work, I had several occasions when gunmen were waiting for me. And then when that didn't work, the government put a girl named Pam Fawcett on me, tried to set me up and frame me on a drug deal, and that didn't work. Now they've got a guy named Stu Webb out there, who's an FBI informant, putting disinformation about me on the internet. When I said earlier in my lecture, good and bad information, well, he's the guy that's putting most of the disinformation now. And very frankly, as a result of, it's worked. As a result of his negative information about me, I receive very few lecture requests anymore. People are afraid of me. They think I'm an FBI informant or whatever, you know. Doug, you know I'm not an FBI informant.
Right. Well, and he's the FBI informant, right?
He's the FBI informant. He's disinformation specialist.
The letter he wrote to the FBI, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Saying that he was an FBI informant.
Well, he was on a video where he bashed me on a video. So I ordered a copy of the video from John Gentry in Dallas, and 23 minutes into the video, he says that he's working for Robin Sandoval, FBI in Las Vegas, and he's been given a symbol number. Now, a symbol number to the average person doesn't mean anything, but to me, it means the FBI gave him a symbol number, so when they attribute information to him in a report, it does not identify him as the source. I took this video, I watched it on my couch. I said, I can't believe that he said that, because that's what I needed. That's the smoking gun for me to prove he's an informant. I took this video and made copies and sent it about 10 days later after I saw it. Sent it to a couple of friends of mine. They called back and said, there's nothing in there about him being given a symbol number. I said, what? So I got the video down and I ran it again, and it's not there. It was gone, which means somebody came into my apartment and put another videotape in there and took the other one. My apartment's like Grand Central Station. I mean, and I've had so many people planted on me, I feel like I'm the Garden of Eden. I'm serious. I mean, they were in my car last night. Put the blinker lights on when I got on the freeway this morning. Here's my flashlights going on. I wish these guys would quit playing with me, but I just, I don't pay attention to them. They monitor me through my TV screen. That's how they knew that I had identified Stu Webb as an informant, because they were there watching me when I was watching the video. This is a tech, and I've confirmed this, by the way, that they had the capability of doing this. And you're telling me that they couldn't keep track of 20 or 30 terrorists, and they're keeping track of me? They got me covered like a blanket, right? That 20 or 30 terrorists, they're going to steal airplanes? I don't believe that. That's not possible. They knew in advance. So what else has happened to me? I've had surveillances on me galore. I've had people planning on me, probably 18, 20 people planning on me in the last 28 years. I've had burglaries. They've come into my house, even when I'm asleep. They put a penny on the foot of my bed one night when I was there. One night I went to bed at midnight. I got up at 3 o'clock to relieve myself. My bathrobe, when I went to bed, was at the foot of my bed. And I got up, and here's ceremoniously laid out like a rug next to the bed. I've been a victim of cyber terrorism, threatening phone calls, hidden camera. I came home from a trip here within the last 5 or 6 weeks, month, I guess it is. I was looking for a file on the table that I had in my apartment, my house in Claytonia, and I couldn't find it. I was looking through, and I had a phone call, 8:27 a.m., and a male voice says, "Did you find the file?" They had a camera in there, hidden camera in there. But they have cameras now that the size of the end of a pinpoint of a needle. Had threatening phone calls, cyber terrorism, hidden cameras, stolen. My car's been stolen. I've had gang stalking on me, lug nuts removed. I've had flat tires. My window's been shot out twice. Both times I was standing near the window. I have had TV surveillance of me. They can monitor you through the cable television, by the way, even if it's off. I've had threatening letters, and most recently, I've been the victim of a disinformation program by a guy named Stu Webb and other individuals. And Stu Webb has actually put out word that I was kicked out of the FBI for practicing satanic ceremonies in the federal building. Okay. And you know what? After that disinformation came out, my speaking tours came down to nothing, really. I was doing a lot of lectures before that. And we have enough idiots out there that believe this off the internet, because it's on the internet, that it really affected my opportunity to get the word out. But this is what they had in mind. It's called a disinformation program.